Welcome back to another video, guys. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you a few tips to improve as a player and get your settings where it should be. And this video might help you improve to where you'll be able to hit diamond and probably plat 1 for the first time. But that being said, let's get right into today's video. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching, and so you're probably wondering, how do I become a good Siege player? It all comes down to having the correct sensitivity for yourselves, where you can control recoil and you can be on target, having a good crosshair placement, good positioning, knowing when to peek, and a PS5 that will get you champion, and being super aggressive. No, I'm joking. PS5 and being aggressive isn't part of this tip. So this is my settings for general. This is all my settings. The only thing I have off is display game info, which is your ping and FPS. I have it off. For my preference, I made it easier and made a screenshot of what I have off. So this is it. For audio, I have master at 80, 00, don't like the music playing or the dialogue, which is the guy talking. I have my range at hi-fi. I think hi-fi is better for hearing sounds, like if someone's crouch walking or trying to walk slow, I think it's good for that. I don't know about night mode or TV, never used it. The voice chat is at 70. For master, it's at 100 on console, but on PC it's 80. The only reason it's 80 on PC is because I use earbuds, and if that's at 100 it hurts, so I have it at 80. For display, everything's standard. I used to use 5.3, but went back to 4.3 because 5.3 just wasn't good to me. That's my personal preference. Field of views at 80, used to use 90, but went back to 85 because it was better for me. For my brightness, I use 50 and 55, change it from here and there. For graphics, everything's on low. My render scaling's at 25, was at 50, but moved it to 25. The only thing I have on high and ultra is LOD and shadow. Shadow is on high because if you see a shadow, you can pre-fire them basically before they even make the corner, because that's how good shadow is on high. LOD, I don't really know a lot about that, but it's just on ultra because apparently it's good if it's on ultra, just what I found out. But yeah, for my controls, I have input off, horizontal is the same. My ADSs on advanced don't use standard, 40, 70, 80, 95 and 100. From 3 times to 12 times I don't care for, because I will never be using them kind of scopes, so I only pretty much stick to the 4. For my controller, I use 45, 80, 55 dead zone and classic. For the ADSs, I got 32 and 50 for basically all of them. For aim assist, just turn it on, because it helps. No, I'm joking. That does nothing for you. That does nothing. How I found my settings is I went from, I had this at like 60 and I had this at like 85. An old friend told me what I should do if I wanted to find the right settings for me is -5 off every time. So 5 from this and then 5 from this. Going to Thunt to see if I liked the settings. If I did, stick with that and then do the same thing for ADSs. But with ADSs, what I found is you go from 50, which is right here, don't know where I'm going there, go from 50, you either -5 off or you either -2 off, 38, whatever, you get the gist, right? And for these two, just -10 off or 5 off each time, and go into Thunt and test it. Right, positioning is how you position yourself if you're going to peek someone, hold an angle on someone, or if you're going to drone someone. The key to positioning is where you're not exposing yourself to the enemy and they can only see a bit of your body, meaning your leg or just your head basically. When you're going for the main wall, if you're a hard breacher, there's always a defender holding an angle on the door they can challenge you from. So they would either be holding a pixel like Ella is doing, or they'll be holding it like in the doorway where you can see half the body like that as well. The best way to challenge something like that, if they're holding a pixel like that, is to fast peek. So you can adjust where you need to aim, meaning head height or chest height, or you can go in aiming straight in to move to the other direction to push into the door and pre-fire once you do it. Crosshair placement. Your crosshair is the lines on your screen going up, left, right and down, and the dot in the middle. So if you are aiming to the floor on ADS and you're aiming, that's where you're going to be aiming. If you're aiming center, that is where you're going to be aiming, so on. So you always want to make sure when you're running or you're moving around the map that your crosshair is straight in front of you. So if you need to aim in, you'll be able to aim in and be on target. But if your crosshair is center and you're aiming head height or chest height, when you go to aim in, you'll be aiming near the head or chest. You can also compensate if you're aiming head height and they go to crouch. All you need to do is pull down slowly when you aim. So this is just an example of what I mean about having a good crosshair placement. And before the video ends, guys, I just want to say another tip is to go on Thunt, get used to aiming head height and practicing your crosshair placement, and just one tap every single T. And when you're playing Thunt, always choose maps which are in ranked, so you get used to room callouts and what the room is called, because you know, if you have the compass on, any room you go in, it tells you. So that's another tip as well. But that being said, if you enjoy watching, remember to like and subscribe, and I hope this has helped you out, and I shall see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.